Alrighty guys, good morning. Madman Mondello coming at you live from the Garden Garage here in beautiful Alabama on this Whip 'em Out Wednesday. Alright, we got two here this morning. Alright, we have Mr. Darren Bagley and Miss Amber Mayer. Alright, now this one here, what we're starting off with is Darren Bagley. Now both these consoles, they're up on a line service. 10-day trial of Purge. Alright, you got BO2, MW3, Ghost, Advanced Warfare off hosts, as well as Jiggy and Sentinel GSC menus. College football revamped, version 15, with the auto updater. So when the boys over at CFBR do their update, it'll automatically download any of the new files or anything. So you don't have to deal with copying and pasting over from a computer. Alright, and what I'm going to do on this one here too is I'm going to explain bypass mode and show you arcade and also classic games and how to play them, and then switching back to normal server mode. Alright, because there's some people that get confused with it, and I'd like to simplify it for you, so then that way then we can go through this. Alright, so anyway, what we have here, we have Darren Bagley. Now he bought a 250 gig console, and it's all done, as you can see. We're going to fire it up, RGH 1.2. Alright, and then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have you pay attention to the screen right here. Alright, let's see here now if I can get this right. There we go. Alright, I'll turn off this light for effect. There. Alright, now we'll sync up a controller, and it's going to boot up into Aurora. We're going to get some notifications from the server, and also from Purge plugin and all that other happy nonsense. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this with you guys, okay? So the server locked, boot up into Aurora, and there we go. Alright, now, okay, first off we'll go over to the file manager. And as you can see, we got a 250 gig drive right there. It says 228.1. That's because the other portion of it is used for the operating system. Okay, so we'll go through this real quick. All right, we start off at the dashboard, work our way through. You got Advanced Warfare, you got Battlefield on there, Resident Evil, a bunch of Call of Duties, Gears of War, Grand Theft Auto 5, Halo, Halo Reach, Minecraft, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, NCAA Football 14, and it's got the college football revamp mod on it, of course. Red Dead Redemption, and back to the dashboard. Alright, now, Xbox Live Arcade, you got a myriad, mind-boggling amount of arcade games on there as well. And then you have your homebrew section where your tools reside to blow the console up. Then you have your classic games. These are original Xbox games that play on this thing with the emulator. Alright, then you got a couple indie games on there. And then, of course, you have your emulators. You got NES Emulator, Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, SNES 360, and back to NES. Alright, now, we'll go ahead, we'll fire up the dashboard, make sure that she's up online and live. In which, okay, there you are, we're good. And then, let's see here. Yep, and she should go. Yep, and there she is. Now, pressing the guide button, you'll open up the HUD. And then over in our fifth tab, we have our Advanced Warfare cheats, BO2 cheats, Ghost cheats, and Modern Warfare 3 cheats. To disable, hit A. To enable, hit A. Alright? Now, we're going to go ahead, we'll bring this back to Xbox Home. Okay. Now, I'm going to explain bypass mode to you guys. Alright, because I know... Good morning, Mike. How are you? Dorian, good morning. How are you, brother? Alright, now bypass mode is simply... we're simply bypassing plugins, okay? Now, this is where people get confused with this thing. Alright, because if you try to play an Xbox Live Arcade game or a classic game with the server on, it's going to crash, okay? Or what's going to happen is you're only going to have demo mode on the Xbox Live Arcade, all right? So we don't want that. We want to have, the full versions of these things to play. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you bypass mode. Now, mind you, pay attention to the guide here. All right, as you can see, we have a nice fancy guide right there, okay? It's online, it's on the server, it's on Xbox Live. All you need to do is download your profile and put it on here and go, all right? Which is all well and great. But, however, though, to play classic games and play the Xbox Live Arcade, put it in bypass mode. Okay, now bypass mode is simply this. You power off the console, all right? Now, console's powered off, okay? Completely dead. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to power it back on. We're going to power it on, but we're going to hit eject. We're going to leave the tray hanging out, okay? Aurora will suck the tray back in once it completes the boot cycle, all right? So, as you can see, we're booting up. Oh boy, Dorian is freaking at it with the wrestlers. Here we go. I can see the body slam now. You bitch, how do you like that? So, Okay, we made it to Aurora. Okay, it sucked the tray back in. All right, now I'm going to sync up this controller here. All right, and now I'm going to hit the guide button. Now, as you can see, we have the Aurora guide instead. We have no server. We're not on live. You can't hook to live right now because the plugins are bypassed. Okay. Needless to say, all right, you can't go on and get on the Advanced Warfare or GTA 5 or College Football Revamped. Playing online. Because the simple fact is that the plugins are disabled in Dash Launch. Okay. So, needless to say, all right, here we go. What we do now is we can go on over, all right, and we can go to our original games right here. All right, now we'll fire this one up right here. This Halo 2. All right, now as you can see, we got the logo. Xbox came up, okay, and now to start off the Microsoft Studios. There we are. Okay, life is grand, and there we have it. Okay, now I'm going to hit the A button. All right, and then we should have Halo 2. Press start to continue. And as you can see, there you are, okay? You can create a new profile, whatever you want to do, all right? And then, let's see, you're done, okay? Now, no, we don't want to sign in because you can't sign in to Xbox Live 1.0. That server has been gone since 2010, all right? However, though, Insignia is coming around, and hopefully, maybe, if the developer of this emulator decides to go ahead and see if he can get it so this can go online on the Insignia network, that would be really cool, because then you would have multi-purpose console here that can go online both ways. That would be real cool. All right, but anyway, as you can see, it plays and everything else. Now, mind you, if you pull up the HUD, it's most likely going to fatal crash, which is fine, okay? I mean, it's not going to hurt anything, okay? It's just going to reboot. All right, but however, though, when you're playing the game, when you're done with the game, you just hit the guide button. You can go back home. All right, you see what I'm saying? It'll do that. There's something in the actual emulation software that causes that. All right, but it ain't no big deal. As you can see, it goes right back to Aurora, and you can go ahead. And that only happens on some games. It doesn't happen on all of them. Oh, let's see here. You can go back to, let's say you want to play Tony Hawk's Underground. Okay, so we'll fire that up. All right. Now, as you can see, we got the Xbox logo again, which is cool. And then we should wind up with this. Yep, there we go. And Doug 2. Okay? And there we have it. And there it is. Okay? So on and so forth. Okay? So there's Tony Hawk's Underground, and you can play that as well. No big deal. But as you can see, when you pull up the guide, that's just what happens, okay? But it's not going to hurt anything, all right? It's not a big deal, okay? So anyway, as you can see, it starts back up, okay? Now, all right, as far as Xbox Live Arcade, yeah, you can play anything you want. Let's see here. Yeah, like Soul Calibur. All right, as you can see, it starts off, it's not a trial version, it is a full game, okay? And as you can see, it's loading. Everything is cool. Yeah, you're playing with your sword, I know. Okay, and there you are. Alright, so you got your play game, leaderboards, all that crap, and everything else. And you just sign in with a local profile or whatever profile you got there. Okay. Play the game, loading. Okay. And there you are. Okay. And there's Soul Calibur, as you can see. Alright, now to get out of that, hit the guide button. Now, of course, it won't crash on Xbox Live Arcade because we're not running an emulator. Alright, so there you are. Yes, I want to go back home. And you're good to go. Alright, so all of these all work. They're all full versions and everything else. It's just with XBLA and with classic games, you got to put it in bypass mode. Now, when you come out of bypass mode, and let's say you want to get on live, okay? Now, I'm going to explain this. Okay, power off the console. Alright, now, we're going to power it back on. Thank you, Josh, for RGH 1.2. I've never had such great boot times. And it's stable, too. That's the whole thing. It boots like a freaking retail. I love it. Alright. Now, okay. So now we're booting up, and now it's going to get a lock on the server, okay? And I just powered it on with just the power button, okay? So that way then we don't have bypass mode enabled. Alright, now it's going to get on the server, and everything's going to be cool. But you have to do one thing before you go ahead and try to get online. Because it will drive you crazy if you don't. Okay? Listen. Go over to Homebrew section, go into Dash Launch, all right? Now, go to Network, okay? They should all be red. Every single one of these need to be red, okay? These right here, Live Block, Live Strong, XHTTP, okay? If this is enabled, you won't be able to sign in, okay? If any of these are enabled right here, you won't get on Xbox Live, okay? So you just want to make sure that everything is cool, all right? So, all you got to do then is hit RB, bring it down to HED, X to save it, B to back out. It'll boot back up into Aurora, and then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll fire up and we'll see if we can get on the server. Okay, sometimes you have to test the connection, sometimes not. Alright, so we'll go over to Xbox 360 dashboard. Alright, got it, good. Let's see if we get live, and we do. Okay, that's because those are disabled and everything, okay? So there you have it, alright? Now we're back on live. So just make sure that we're back on live, and then you can play whatever game that you want to play on live, alright? So anyway, I hope I explained that clearly and that you guys can understand it, okay? Because I just, you know, like I said, there's some people that have messaged me, I can't get online. I tell them, go into Dash Launch and tell me what you see. And they're like, well, I see red, and then I see this one that's green. I'm like, going like, let me guess, XHTTP, right? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, going like, okay, disable it. Holy mackerel, okay, it got online. I'm like, going like, yeah. Okay. So anyway, you know, you got some idiosyncrasies with an RGH, okay? It's just how it is, okay? But, you know, as the developers work on this, in which they are working on this, believe it or not, you know, things will get better. You know, Aurora's getting ready to release their update, so that's going to be a good thing. Big help, because then we don't need the Aurora Crash Patcher anymore. All right, and, you know, it's going to be a lot better. So, anyway, Darren, thank you for your business, man. I greatly do appreciate it. All right, we're going to ship it off today. You have a tracking number tonight. Now, we're going to say goodbye to Darren, and now I got a whopping 1 terabyte Xbox here. All right, that I worked on last night just to get this for her. This is Miss Amber Mare. Okay, now this one here is 1 terabyte of fun. Okay, as you can see, we've got our cute little Xbox right here. Oh, you're welcome, Joshua. That's not a problem, man. There's a lot. I have a lot of YouTube videos. Okay, a lot of them cover Aurora. You know, they cover startup setup. You know, all that kind of good stuff when you get this thing. So, you know, I mean, you know, if you scroll through my YouTube, you'll see a lot of stuff. You know, also pay attention to Aurora, because if you want to add an expansion onto this thing, like, let's say an external drive, you can get, like, one of these. Okay? This is a Western Digital. This is a 2 terabyte drive. And you could simply plug this into the Xbox, set the path on it. You can download games off of, you know, Pirate Bay or whatever, and slam them on here, and then just scan the path with Aurora, and they'll come up, and you could play right off of that. So you could actually have 4 terabytes. You could add as many 2 terabyte drives as you want. You can put a hub on this thing, like a USB hub, okay, and have 5 plugins. You know what I mean? You plug in as many hard drives as you want. You know, I mean, you know, sky's the limit. It all depends on what, you know. And also, FatX is coming out with something now where they're going to break the 2 terabyte boundaries, going to 4 terabyte, you know, so on and so forth, you know. So anyway, something to look forward to. Like I said, the developers, they're very active with this. And as stuff keeps coming out, they're becoming more and more into it, you know, because things are getting released now that weren't released before, okay, you know. I mean, when this thing was like really, really hush-hush, and things were very hard to come by. All right, but anyway, Amber, look. Here's your console right here, okay? As you can see, we've got a Slim. Now, I did your ROL mod on this thing, all right? So I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead, we're going to fire this thing up, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you the ROL, okay? Now, here we go. We'll fire it up, and as you can see, we did, no, it's not a red dot, okay? It's a 7-color changing fading thing, okay? And then you wanted blue, green, yellow, and orange, okay? So that's what you got. And as you can see, system booted, okay? RGH 1.2 method, okay? Now, we'll go ahead, and what we'll do here is we'll set that up right there. Now, this is 1 terabyte, okay? So this thing is freaking huge, all right? I've even added more stuff to it, okay, as I went on. So, needless to say, all right, now we're fired up, okay, life is good. Okay, now, we'll start off here at Xbox games, okay? Now, we'll start off at the dashboard here. So we got Battlefield 4, Battlefield Bad Company 2, Black Ops 3, Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 3, Call of Duty 4, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 2, Ghosts, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, World at War, Crisis 2, Defiance, MMA, Fable, Fight Night Champion, Gears of War 2, Gears of War 3, Gears of War, Judgment, Grand Theft Auto episodes from Liberty City, Grand Theft Auto 5, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and Grand Theft Auto 4. Okay, so with 4 there was two versions of this. There was the original version right there, and then there was this one with episodes from Liberty City with the Ballad of Gay Tony. Don't get smart, guys. Shut the hell up. Not a word. Okay. And then of course you got Halo 3, Halo 4, Halo Reach, Hitman Absolution, Kane and Lynch 2, Kane and Lynch, Madden 25, Mass Effect Trilogy. You got Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3, Medal of Honor, Midnight Club, Minecraft, NBA 2K10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, NBA Jam, NCAA Football 10, 12, 13, 14, NHL 12, PGR 4, PopCap Collection. There's no cover for that. I'm sorry. They never bothered to upload a cover for that. Red Dead Redemption. Okay, Resident Evil 6, Saints Row, Saw 2. Saw 3, Saw 2, Skyrim. Okay, and then of course you got SmackDown, you got another SmackDown, you got Sonic, you got Sushi Super Street Fighter Sushi, whatever the frick it is, Test Drive, okay, Sims 3, TNA Impact, Ghost Recon, Tomb Raider, UFC 3, and then you have Ultimate Street Fighter, which is the arcade version on this, it's a totally different version from the other one. You got Warface, you got Wolfenstein, you got Wrestle Kingdom, you got WWE 13, 12, 2K14, 2K15, 2K16, 2K17, All-Stars, WrestleMania, SmackDown Raw 2010, SmackDown 2011, SmackDown 2007, and back to the dashboard. Alright, now that's just the Xbox 360 titles. Alright, now, Xbox Live Arcade, okay? You got a ton, and I mean a ton, of Live Arcade on here. I mean a lot of it, okay? So, pretty much all kinds of good stuff, including Bogeyman, alright? And Muzzled. Alright, where he's holding his, whatever the hell that is. It's an ice cream, I guess. Alright. Then, of course, you have your tools, okay? And then your classic games. Now, you got a load of classic games on here, too, alright? Now, there's some that don't have title, that don't have the cover art. I mean, you know, there's nothing I can do about that, alright? People just didn't upload it. Knockout Kings, Madden 2005, 2007, 2008, Midnight Club, Mortal Kombat, NBA 2K3, 2K6, 2K7, NBA Bowler's Phenom, okay, NBA Inside Drive, 2004, 2002, NBA Street, NFL 2K3, NFL Street again, NFL Street 2, let's see here, Need for Speed Most Wanted, Project Gotham, Scarface, The Punisher, Sims 2, Tony Hawk's Underground 2, 3, and 4, Tony Hawk Underground 2, well, once again, now that one is... No. There's one that's different in there. I'm sorry about that. Okay, I'll fix that though. Your True Crime New York City, True Crime Streets of LA, UFC, Unreal Championship, Wolfenstein, WrestleMania, Brute Force. I mean, on and on and on. Okay, those are all original Xbox games. Then you have indie games. Okay, indie games. Yes, you got some racing ones on there like Chester the Molester, I guess, and Baby Maker Extreme and Baby Maker Extreme and 2 and 1, and you got the Amazing Princess Sarah, okay, with cleavage, okay, and then of course you got my favorite STD one, Trailer Park King, okay, and in Streets of Fury you got platform, ooh, yeah, nice hip, okay, so on and so forth, alright, so you got a ton of that crap. Emulators, you got the standard complement of emulators, over 8,000 ROMs on there. You got Super Nintendo, NES emulator, Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, back to NES emulator, okay? So, you know, I mean, the sky's the limit on this thing. This thing, it's freaking huge, okay? And then we'll go back to Xbox 360. We'll make sure that she gets up to the dashboard, which is better, otherwise I'll kill it myself, okay? Now, and there you are up online in live, okay? a beautiful eyeball-pleasing HUD. And in our fifth tab, our advanced warfare cheats, BO2 cheats, ghost cheats, and modern warfare 3 cheats. To disable, hit A. To enable, hit A. Pretty easy. Bring it back, and you're good to go. All right, so there you have it. All right, so Amber, listen, thank you for your business. I greatly do appreciate it. Okay, it is really appreciated, and also you guys hanging out. Good morning, Logan. How are you, man? Good to see you. So you guys hanging out, everything with me. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Okay, I'm gonna be doing some stuff with Aurora. I'm gonna be showing some stuff. Now I've done videos before. I'd like to do a real comprehensive one that goes through the entire thing of Aurora, so that way then everybody can understand it. Because some videos that they do on it are not clear. Some are just haphazard put together, and I would like to go through it all, including link and how to hook up to link on this thing, so that way then, if you want to play with your friends with system link patch games, you can, across the network, so I want to go through all that with you guys. I went through link in a video, showing it, but I'd like to go through it a little bit more, in tune with it, okay? Because there's a couple idiosyncrasies about link getting the email, so then that way then you can get your Unity ID. You got to use Gmail to do it, okay? If you try using Microsoft like Outlook or something, forget it. Oh my God, it doesn't work. Okay, so there's a couple things that got to be fixed on it. Okay, now from what I understand, the repo for Aurora, they're doing the update. They done the update. The testers got hold of it, and they're rocking and rolling with it, making sure everything's right. And then they're going to release it. So just to let you know what's going on with that. All right. But anyway, guys, listen. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I hope that you have a good day. All right, I got to get to building consoles because I got a ton I got to build. So I'm off. Listen, you all have a good one and be safe. Apologies for what, dude? You didn't do nothing wrong. Okay? Are you kidding me? By the way, your console's coming up this week, just to let you know. All right? So just calm down, bro. You got it. Don't worry. It's all good. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope that I explained some stuff to you. And, you all take it easy. And be safe and be kind and remember to rewind. Okay? Because if not, well, you can't watch the movie fully then, can you? So anyway, take it easy, guys. Have a good one. I'll let you later.